Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is a New Year's Eve look. I'm just pretending like I'm going out, though I'm not because I don't do that. But I thought it'd be fun to play and pretend. So that's what I did. If you're not subscribed to my channel, now's a great time to do that. I upload 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The occasional bonus video thrown in there if I've gotten carried away during the week. If you ring the bell and choose all, YouTube will notify you when I upload a new video. You can choose to watch it or not, totally up to you, no pressure. Okay, let's get into it. I'm about to have a very naked face. Brace yourself. Okay, you're all zoomed in. I've got my hair pulled back and my super fun earrings on. Jackson loves these. He calls them little saws because they look like little circular saws, I guess. So anyway, for today's video, I thought that I would obviously play with a New Year's Eve look, something pretty full on, not necessarily an everyday look. However, I have been known to wear this eyeshadow look just on a random Tuesday because I like it. So I've picked out 3 different eye palettes to use today. One is the Nomad X Ensenadas, which I still can't say, but I also can't stop using. Those 2 browns are amazing. So I have that one, and you won't be surprised to see that I've also chosen out the Home for the Holidays from Nomad palette because that black is literally everything. And then I chose out this BH Cosmetics Looking Like a Snack palette because I really think that this shimmery white and this gray could go really well with what I have in mind. I also dug into my drawers and found 3 glitter liner topper thingies. So I thought I would play with those as well. And we'll just pretend like I'm getting ready to go to a fabulous New Year's Eve party. Okay, like I said, my eyes are primed. I just used my MAC paint pot in the Painterly. And I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here. So I'm just gonna use that and get it going where I want my crease to be. Or just above, really. I'm obviously not getting ready for a New Year's Eve party. I haven't been to a New Year's Eve party, I don't think ever. New Year's Eve is a weird day for me. I've been out once on New Year's Eve. We went out with the Rocks for a birthday dinner for me because that is my birthday. There, I mean, that's just gorgeous. I love, 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 love that eyeshadow. It blends beautifully. It's a great shade. Makes me happy. And the same brush, I'm gonna go with that dark brown shade called Chill. And just add a little bit to maybe more define my crease. Or lack thereof. Isn't that beautiful? I just love these 2 shades. I know I've been using Nomad a lot lately, and it's simply because the eyeshadow's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I am so happy I tried it out. Literally cannot complain. I did say a while back I wanted to start using and purchasing from indie brands. And, well, I am. That feels good. I'm just gonna go in with a clean Redford number 27 and just blend all of this so it's nice and smooth. I'm gonna go pretty dramatic today. I feel like that's a good way to go. So I want to make sure all of this is exactly where I want it and how I want it before I start putting on any more black or shimmery shades. Darn it! I completely forgot. I wanted to tape my eyes. I don't think it's too late. I'm gonna get some tape, get that on, and I'll come back and we'll fix this. Okay, I'm back. My eyes are taped. So I just use butterscotch tape. I take off most of the sticky by putting it on the back of my hand a couple of times. and just leave enough sticky that it will stay on my eyes and give me what I'm looking for. The reason I like to use the tape is because my eyes are pretty seriously hooded, and so I don't have the talent or the know-how to do a wing liner, but using tape gives me the exact same effect. So I'm glad I remembered what I did, because it makes a huge difference. I'm sure this is nothing new for you, but if it is, give it a whirl, because it's pretty amazing. And you don't have to be careful because the tape blocks all of the mistakes you might make. All right, so back in with the clean brush just to make sure there's no harsh lines where we reapplied that dark brown shade. I really, really like using the tape. And yeah, I call it butterscotch tape because my oldest son would only eat butterscotch pudding when he was little, no other puddings. And so anytime the topic of scotch tape came up, my youngest called it butterscotch tape because he knew about butterscotch pudding. So it has since then been called butterscotch tape in our house. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Whenever I use black, if I'm doing like a pretty heavy black look, I like to start with browns and build my way up to black. I think you just end up with a smoother look in the end. And now I'm going to use the black shade in the Home for the Holidays palette. I'm going to use my Rephr #1 brush. It's kind of flat-ish, but also fluffy. So I should be able to pack it on and blend it out. This black shadow is so good. I'm getting a lot of fallout because I'm not being careful, but I've used this before without the tape, with a full face, and not gotten the fallout. So that's my bad. See how smooth that looks just by adding those browns first. Oh, I love this eyeshadow. Going back in with my clean brush and just really making sure this is blended nicely. Now I'm going to go into this sparkly gray shade called Dirty Talk and start working that on the center of my lid. So I just wet my brush a little bit. And I'm going to take that beautiful, beautiful gray, sparkly, metallic. Ah, that's gorgeous. Not all of BH Cosmetics eyeshadows are created equal, but the good ones are so, so good. They are right up there with any high-end brand you know and love. And now with the brush I use with the black, I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just bouncing over where the black and that shiny gray meet. Nice, smooth transition. I'm going to go in with this white shimmer shade right here called Yummy. Here we go. Yep, that's pretty. Okay, obviously not mad at that. I really like it. Okay, let's take the tape off ever so carefully. Look at that, nice sharp line. Don't look at the mess, it's gonna be okay. Okay, I'm going to apply some black liner to my waterline top and bottom. I'm going to clean up my face, do my base, foundation, bronzer, blush, highlight, all of that, and then I'll come back and we'll finish up the eyes. Okay, I was just kidding. I think I want to do a bit on my lower lash line before I go in with foundation and concealer. That way if I do mess up, I can clean it up. So I'm gonna take the same Juvia's Place liner that I used for my waterline and I'm gonna smudge this between my lower lashes and drag it down just a tiny bit. So I'll stay where you can see me, hopefully. With this little smudge brush, I'm just gonna gently blend that back and forth. When you're going for a pretty seriously smoky black eye look, you want to make sure you get all of the spaces between your lashes and your waterline, both top and bottom, really well saturated with the black. Otherwise, it's gonna look a little funky when you're all done. You can really just take your time with this part. Build it up a little at a time. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to do the other eye, and then we'll add a little bit of black shadow just to kind of set the eyeliner. Now dipping back into my Home for the Holidays palette with a flat liner brush, I'm gonna just gently pat into the black shade, tap off, and then really close to my lashes, put the black shadow. Then I'm going to dip back into the first Nomad palette and use this light brown shade called Hang on just this small round smudge brush. This one is not super stiff, but stiff enough that it's not going to get shadow all over my under eye. There, I am pretty darn happy with that. Got a little bit of fallout, but nothing too bad, so I'm glad I did it before I did my base. All right, so for reals, I'm gonna jump off camera, finish up my base, and then I'll come back and we'll wrap this up. All right, I'm back. Real quick, before I forget, I wanted to let you know what is on my face. My lip is Natasha Denona liquid lipstick in the shade Positive. My lip liner is Juvia's Place lip liner in Love Me. My foundation is the Lisa Aldridge foundation. My powder is, of course, Nakia Joy Cosmetics and the Dior Powder No Powder. My contour is the Kevyn Aucoin. My bronzer, the Nomad Sydney Bathers. It's a highlight and bronzer palette, and I've really been liking the bronzer in this. The highlight's really nice too. But for highlight and blush, I dipped back into the Jaclyn Hill Winter Sun palette. My blush is that, of course, and my highlight is both of those highlights. I love them mixed together. I think they are beautiful. I'm also gonna use the highlight from this on my inner corners when we get there. I also have the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk on my lips, just for a little bit of shimmer. My brows are the Maybelline Fast Sculpt Brow Gel and the Maybelline Brow Stylist Pencil. Concealer is the Wet n Wild Incognito and a bit of the NARS creamy matte, the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in a little pot. I was seriously tempted to use a red lipstick again, but I've done that so much I thought this kind of rose shade would be a nice change, but still festive. Let's finish up the eyes. Okay, so I have two glitters that I'm gonna play with. I have the Urban Decay Heavy Metal in the shade Gunmetal, and this Stila glitter thingy in the shade Platinum. So I was thinking I would use some of the platinum on the inner portion and some of the gunmetal where the gray is. So this is my first time attempting this. Bear with me. I don't know what I'm doing. Just gonna go in and whack it on. Can you see it? I can see it in the mirror. This Stila one is almost gone. There's like very little left. Which leads me to believe I have played with this before. I just don't remember. I also have this one by Morphe called Poppin'. Maybe I'll try that on the inner portion where that silver is. This is more of a multi-color. Oh, but that's bright. Just kind of patting it on there. It's got a warmer undertone, but I don't think I'm mad, and I think I'm gonna leave it there. This would have been really cute with a warm toned eyeshadow look. Now for the heavy metal and gunmetal. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to dip back in several times, but I'm not mad about it. That's pretty sparkly. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, but in the mirror I can see it. All right, I'm really liking those glitters. I think they are really, really fun. And now I'm gonna dip back into the Jaclyn Hill Winter Sun, and I'm gonna go in with this brighter shade on the inner corner. I have been loving these highlighters in this blush. I think they are so pretty. All right, I really like that so much. Now I'm gonna go whack on some mascara, and I grabbed out these Ardell Mega Wispy lashes. I figured I'd trim them up a little bit and just put them on the outer portion of my eye, and then I'll come back and we'll wrap this up. Hey, I'm back and the look is done. I really like how this came out, and if I were going out to a New Year's Eve party, I would totally wear this makeup. I think it's super fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. So let me know what you think of this look, and if you would wear it. Let me know what your plans are for New Year's Eve if you want to. I think it'd be fun to talk about in the comment section. All right, that's it. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.